Everyone to another Slider Danger video. I'm your host Zach Daniels, and joining me today is Kush Senpai.
What's up?
So, right now we're gonna be doing a react to Overwatch Central. Yeah, Overwatch Central's video on the Sombra changes being revealed.
You know, you could probably just pull it up on YouTube on PlayStation. Be
Yeah, I
easier.
know, but it doesn't help as much.
Okay.
Hey guys, my name is Niska and welcome to Overwatch Central. We just got some pretty big news about the new Sombra that's gonna hit in not too long. It's not really a complete rework at all, but there are some huge buffs in here and some very interesting changes
what I like
to
to
the hero
hear.
that are going to be made and are being tested right now on Blizzard's internal client. We had someone ask on the forums for a hint for any of the Sombra changes, and Jeff Goodman just gave us more than a hint actually. And said the following: sure, these changes started by seeing how far we could push the duration of her stealth and translate.
Oh hell yeah!
As we pushed them out, it allowed her to play more and more as a scout and infiltrator for your team, and also allowed her more to pick and choose when and where she popped out to ambush your enemies. Right, I'm not gonna go through all of this and read everything word by word, but basically what they've done is that they tried out some stealth and translocator changes. Stealth, of course, being the invisibility that is on shift on PC, and this invisibility is now infinite. You can go
Yes!
into it wherever you want.
No!
Here for any type of cooldown when you go out of it to when you can go into it again, but there is a little bit of an animation as we know already. For the translocator, you have the same type of thing. You can keep that one away whenever you want. You're no longer limited to a time within which you have to teleport back to it, and of course because of that,
What?
an animation as we
Hold
know
on.
already. For the translocator, you have the same type of thing. You can keep that one away whenever you want. You're no longer limited to a time within.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Please tell me you heard that. Please tell me you heard that.
Oh shit. Oh no, I wish I didn't.
So infinite stealth. Okay. We're already off to a good start. But then they drop infinite translocator, no time limit. Oh my god.
Oh god, no.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Hey, looks like I'm joining Overwatch full time again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
God, no.
That's just wonderful. That's just amazing. I love it. I love it. Infinite stealth, infinite translocator.
God, you're just getting your rocks off with this new Sombra.
I know.
And of course, because of that,
God
you have
damn
to
it,
now be able
no.
to destroy the translocator as well, as otherwise Jeff says that it could get stuck in a bad spot. So you
Wait,
can get back
what?
to it. And of course, because of that, you have to now be able to destroy the translocator as well. As
No!
Oh
it could get stuck in a bad
no!
spot. So you can now look at the translocator, or I guess in its.
You guys had one job.
Destroy it using the interact button that you use for the special teleporter.
No.
That was given during the stealth, which was 75% bonus movement speed, was a bit too much, so they lowered that to 50% now instead.
Wait, what? What are they
Also, the
lowering?
movement speed boost that was given during the stealth, which was 75% bonus movement speed, was a bit too much, so they lowered that to 50%.
Aww.
And she can't
That's
contest
kind of a
this
weak
when
trade-off,
invisible
though.
either. These are some pretty huge
So she can
changes,
only
though.
move
I'm gonna sum up in text right here for
50%
you,
faster
and
as
will
opposed to
definitely help
75.
Sombra be more versatile. But I think the big thing to note about these changes is that there are no changes in damage values here or anything like that. Only
Wait, what?
for you, and will definitely
I kind of
help
feel like
Wait,
that's
so
a
she
bit
can destroy it
too
herself?
harsh, but yeah. Really?
I think either the Sombra can destroy it herself or the enemy can. Because it says they have like a little stat thing on screen that says stealth 50% movement boost, in parentheses 75% previously, infinite duration. Then translocator can be destroyed using interact button, infinite duration. So I'm gonna have to see what this is gonna look like, but as far as I'm concerned, it sounds like she can destroy it herself from what they're saying. So
Sombra be more versatile. versatile. But I think the main thing to note about these changes is that there are no changes in damage values here or anything like that, only movement really. You can't even contest objectives anymore when you're invisible, so everything that this really does is just give Sombra more movement. The good thing about movement in Overwatch is that players that are very good at the game can utilize this very, very well for a lot of the heroes and find good ways to actually make use of all that extra movement you have.
I better practice.
Just picking up
I better get them custom games rolling.
Learn and find good ways to actually make use of this, meaning that this actually adds a nice layer of depth to the hero and also makes that invisibility a whole lot more useful rather than just for engaging and using the translocator with and so on. Should be really interesting. Doesn't sound ridiculously OP to me actually, and I gotta say I'm not looking forward to a potential Sombra invasion of ranked and just having people getting
that's right.
But it sounds very interesting regardless.
That's fucking ridiculous as Infinite.
A lot of versatility. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Not sure exactly.
Well, I can tell you what I think in this video. I still think this is pretty freaking epic. I personally can't wait for it to come into the live servers.
It might just be that we are getting all of this info right now today because we're kind of expecting a PTR update to hit tomorrow, potentially even with a new hero, should be with those Sombra changes in here as well, and potentially anything else that Blizzard have been planning. So we might see that tomorrow. Thursday is a pretty common PTR update day. There have been talks of changes that are going to be made to the endorsement system as well, just some tweaks there that Blizzard have wanted to do. Jeff Kaplan mentioned that.
What's this? We're really happy that you're enjoying the feature. Our feature team works extremely hard on this patch and poured their hearts into it. We're actively taking feedback and also a bunch of improvements coming for the system.
Okay, so...
Yeah, alright, you go ahead,
Okay, so, what I'm guessing, because I'm rewatching the video, Translocator, you can place it down anywhere, but you can also destroy it from, like, if you want to reset it, you could just destroy it with the interaction button from anywhere.
Huh.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this chart and it says Translocator can be destroyed using interact button infinite duration, which means that say you're too far and you want to put your Translocator somewhere closer, you could probably just destroy it from a long distance and then throw it down again. Well, not immediately after. It's probably going to follow a cooldown.
And throwing the Translocator itself doesn't actually doesn't usually destroy it or not. It doesn't usually take you out of stealth. So this works even better.
Yeah.
As you can see here, I'm going in stealth, and I'm able to throw the Translocator and teleport back to it, and it doesn't take me out. So basically, from this point forward, we're gonna have no longer that 20-second. It's just gonna be infinite with the option to destroy it. And stealth, that little small bar, is never going to disappear. Or it's never going to be there, actually, anymore. So...
I'm out of here.
God. I can't wait for this. Anyway, guys, that's our take on the whole, well, actually, no. Kush, actually, I didn't get to your opinion on this.
I feel like the infinite stealth thing is really cool because, like they said in the beginning, is that they want to make her more of a scout / infiltrator, making sure that she has enough time to get into the enemy backlines, making sure that she has enough time to hack basically all their lifelines through her hack ability. That's one thing that they didn't really mention though, is if it's going to be the same interaction when she's still in stealth, if she's going to be able to hack heroes coming out of stealth, or if she's going to be... what I would find really interesting is that if Sombra was able to hack, you know, inanimate objects like health packs without coming out of stealth. That way she can get behind the backline and hack the health packs without revealing herself. And then she can... And then in order to still hack heroes, she still has to come out of stealth. Like, that'd be really interesting if they somehow implement that into the game. Like, she can hack health packs still in stealth and still go around. But then again, that might be too strong in the sense that Sombra could just get behind the enemy team and just hack all their health packs, and then your team just barrels in and they have nowhere to heal. Yeah. But I'm wondering if the stealth mechanic for her is still going to be the same with coming out of stealth to hack. And if so, how fast is that going to be now?
Another thing I wanted to touch base on was there was no mention of her bug fixes for her hack and how it usually just disconnects, or if it just it immediately like causes a cooldown, because as far as I can see, that's always been a recurring problem since they decided to nerf her after her last major buff. Personally, I would like to see that come back as no cooldown and it not disconnecting, but I mean that's the change that they made to you know, sort of balance her out after that whole chicken little the world's coming down cries of the community about her being too strong. So
yeah,
I would like them to do some kind of fix for that, because I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've lost team fights or just one-on-ones in general because the game decided, oh, because it was interrupted once, it's going to just take away the hack for like 3 whole seconds.
yeah.
But anyway, that's our take on it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe.
It seems like it'll be healthy. It seems like it'll be healthy. But hey Jeff, if you ever watch this, when are you gonna fix Mercy?
Yeah, when are you gonna give Reaper the full satisfaction of a Mercy in tow? You got your pro Junkrats and your Reapers all in the back line. They all end up dead, and then like suddenly a Mercy can only choose one. What kind of deal is that? Give her at least a double res or something. Like don't give her 2 separate reses. Make it so that it has to be 2. She can't just res one teammate.
Look, I've stated this before and I'll say it again. Mercy was fine with the double res. It's just that it was too powerful in a sense that she can instantly get her cooldown up when she ulted. You've seen it before. I fucked with you so many times. You did not die. What I would like to see is that Mercy can keep this fucking 30-second res timer. But when she activates her ult, it just drops down to 15 seconds. And then she can res again, but after that second res, it goes back to normal.
You see, I never understood that. Like, what's the purpose of just keeping it on a 30-second cooldown when she ults? It basically just neuters her.
It does. They just saw it was too strong because, I mean, the negative 75 speed when she fucking reses, that's a pretty hard nerf. Like, when that happened, that was ridiculous. And it takes 1.75 seconds to fully res someone. I've been in situations where I've gotten the full res off, animation and everything, and the person hasn't been resed because I died. I got the full channel and everything. You've seen it multiple times, it's happened before, but it's just... those should stay. But I'm just saying, when she reses someone with her ult, or with... God rest in peace, that beautiful ult. When she reses someone with her
Bring back the full
resurrection-
team res.
God no, that was pretty fun. But when she uses that, it goes on a 30-second cooldown. What I'm saying is that everything about her should stay, except for that if she has her ultimate right after she reses, it just brings it down for one use only to 15 seconds. That way, in a big team fight, if an important member dies after resing, like say you have like 1 damage and no tanks, you go ahead and res a tank safely, then your damage dies, your DPS, so that way your res goes on a 15-second cooldown, and the death timer on it, usually death timers are what, 10 seconds?
No, I'd say about 7.
Really? But anyway, that way the 30 seconds gets dropped down to 15, but that's only for the for that one after activating your ult. So it goes back to 30 seconds. It's just reduces the time needed to res. That's all I wanted. Like, she could still have all these horrendous nerfs to her. God rest old Mercy. I loved her. I still do. But it's just
that reminds me, how long does her ult go on for?
20 seconds, I think.
Then I don't see why they shouldn't drop it down to 15 when she ults. Everything else
used to be
is
that.
beat up about her.
Originally when the thing first came out, she had the initial res, and when she ulted, she could res twice more. And then they nerfed it to where she can only res once after she ults, and then they nerfed it to where she got this horrendous speed nerf and channeled, and then she lost her second ability to res. All I'm saying is that she could keep those horrendous nerfs to her res. It's just that drop the cooldown by half when you activate the ult for the first time. That's all I'm saying.
And I'd also like to think that if she reses someone, they should, the person that she reses should at least give them a slight bit of ult charge.
Now, see, that might be a little too strong, because
I think
if your DPS is like right on the cusp of getting it, like say he's like 95, and then Mercy ults, or reses him, he automatically gets in push triangle, you know, whatever. But compared to when he's you res your DPS, he gets off a couple shots and then he activates it. That also brings a very big problem to the DPS, because once everyone learns that Mercy gets this plus whatever to someone's ult, she's gonna be picked like majorly.
Give him that plus ultra.
Yeah, exactly. And then the enemy team's gonna see, oh, Mercy's going to res this person. Meaning that she's just resing him to res him, or they have their ultimate close, so resing is automatically going to give them their ult. So then it really becomes around making sure that whoever Mercy reses survives, because as soon as they're resurrected, a Brigitte or a Reinhardt, you know, heavy stun people will come in and just nuke that one DPS or tank or support.
But you'd have to think that with a change like that, it could have a psychological impact on the game. Because there are some people who will just res just for the sake of resing. Like, they don't actually have to be close with it. Yeah. But then again, if I'm in the game with you, you're basically going to res me. That's usually just how it goes.
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, most of the time. And then you picking Reaper because I taught you how. And then me being Mercy main. Hey, look at you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Sombra. It's really good. Infinite. I just want to learn. I just want to know more about what's happening to her. If there's like any change in her hacking from inanimate to heroes. You know, just basic stuff.
Make her be able to hack doors. That would be awesome.
Give Sombra 2 guns. Make Sombra float. Make Sombra wall climb. Give Sombra 2 guns.
Hey! But as I said before, that could honestly be a very interesting turn of events.
But yeah, that's what I think.
Give her too many Uzis.
What'd be really cool is if they added a smoke bomb effect to her. Just because she's all about, if she's a character surrounded by infiltrating, scouting out the enemy team, she should be able to get a smoke bomb if she's found, she should be able to have a smoke bomb ability that allows her to instantly go back into stealth, and it also you know, either it somehow debilitates the enemy, you know, like either a heavy slow or not a heavy slow, more like just
a blinding effect, really. Like a
A blinding
flash
effect,
stun.
that could be good too. Yeah, that could be good too, because if she's meant to scout, what happens if the scouts get caught? Yes, she has translocator, but if that's destroyed, like, that's pretty much her only ways of escape, especially now since you could destroy it. Like, if she had another ability that caused her to forcefully go into stealth, and then and then something happens to the enemy, like a small blind effect, that'd be amazing, because no one's ever had that. They have McCree's flashbang, but that's just a stun. A blind effect would be really good, but also really bad, because if your Sombra like blinds the enemy, they're probably gonna have like maybe a second for vision to come back or something.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say about that long.
But the thing is that going to be effect? Is that going to be an area of effect? Is that just going to be a single target? That's the thing. If it's area effect, your team can totally capitalize on that. Easy. But
not to mention all the crafty plays that can come from that.
But yeah, Sombra also has her ultimate. Everyone capitalizes off of that mostly. But like I said, what happens if she gets found out? What happens if she doesn't have her... what happens if her translocator gets destroyed? Like, having another ability, like say a smoke bomb that deals like, what, 25 damage and forces her into stealth.
Well, I don't know about 25. I'd go as far as 15, to be honest. I don't want people to be like, oh, I got killed by the Sombra smoke bomb. Sombra needs to be nerfed. I need to take that away.
Well, you know, I say 25 because, you know, fucking physics and stuff, but I'm just saying, or it could be like a damage over time. It could be like a poisonous smoke bomb. You know, she throws it out, it harms the enemies, doing damage over time. For that, I say 15, 10 to 15 damage per second, and it lasts for 5 seconds. Okay, so 5 times 15, that's what, 85? Or 75, yeah. So, that's where it, so that's 75 damage over the course of 5 seconds. And she's forcefully put into stealth, so that way if she gets found out, she can easily get out.
Yeah.
Or throw her translocator, which is going to be off cooldown, or should be off cooldown if you time your abilities right. But, like I said, this is just all fan theories and stuff. Like, I've played Sombra, I'm not good as her, with her, I'm better with mostly other characters. But, giving her another ability to escape, now that they've put her translocator as a
self-destructible
object. Yeah, they may need to rethink that. I don't know. They're the developers. I'm not. I'm just saying that if there was a time, which is normally going to be the case, because when people find Sombra translocators, they usually stock it. Like Junkrat's, fucking Junkrat throws a trap down and just waits for the Sombra to come back. And then she gets nuked. So now that it's destructible, that still may happen, but people will just find it overall and just destroy it. Because normally Sombras place their translocators in their health packs. So that way when they're low health, they just come back to the health pack at full health, hack the health pack if it's low, throw another translocator and go back out. Or they use it for more offensively, like throwing your translocator, either hacking the enemy Farah and then ulting, and then the entire team can capitalize off that. But like they said, they want her to be more of a stealth hero, a scout. Like they can go in behind the enemies, figure out who's playing who. It kind of feels
like they're trying to go for like a little James Bond spy image thing.
Yeah, a scout infiltrator, like they want her to be able to easily get into the back lines, but like I said, it's going to be hard for a Sombra when her cooldowns are up and she has no translocator to teleport back to because it was destroyed, her stealth is on cooldown, her hack's up. like I said, if she had just an ability to force her back into stealth and deal a little bit of damage and then get the hell out, that'd be cool too.
To add to that kind of contemplative ability change, there's also the option that she could be, people would more likely pick Widow if there's Sombra on their team. What with Widow's ult allowing the entire enemy, not the enemy, but her teammates to view the enemies who are, you know, behind walls and everything all over the map. With a Sombra's smoke screen going off, then they have to be able to see where the enemies are and capitalize on it. Or vice versa, an enemy Widow can use her ult to effectively view who's inside the smoke screen, where Sombra is going while she's in biz, stuff like that.
With Widow's ult, she could still see Sombra. It's not like she's completely invisible, because with infrared sight, she sees all enemy locations. She can see everyone through walls and stuff, aka wall hacks. The dubbed nickname, but she could still see Sombra if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. But that would make it so that people would be more likely to pick her.
Yes, and especially with this new buff that they're giving Sombra with infinite stealth. Like, you don't know where that Sombra is, you don't know where she's going to come from. So having a Widow just up in the wings, being able to have a poison trap, a venom mine that can go off just for her own protection, but also have infrared for the entire team. Because you don't know where this Sombra's going to come from. When Sombra's in stealth, she's going to be invisible. You won't be able to see her until you either touch her or she comes out. Unless the Widow on your team, which is going to help push Widow more towards being picked against Sombra's, because she can just see them. So it's interesting. It's interesting how this new thing will go, especially with the destructible translocators, infinite stealth, and duration for those. It's gonna be interesting. But my thing is that what happens when the Sombra gets caught? Like, is she just gonna die? Like, if you're trying to make a
we honestly
stick out,
hope not.
Right, like if you're trying to make an effective scout / infiltrator, you need someone who can get in the back lines easily, and if they get caught, they can easily get out. And if their only means of escape is destroyed by accidental button press, like I've accidentally pressed triangle before, as you know, characters I really don't play that much. Like I've accidentally pushed triangle because I have fucking sausage fingers. But the thing is that I want to see how this goes. I want to see how it's play tested on the PTR. I want to see, like, more of how Sombra will be affected and what happens if her thing gets destroyed. That's it.
Alright. So, we're also going to be covering the, you know, the future of Overwatch with the next hero coming out. So, for the most part, stay tuned for that. We're probably going to be doing a discussion about it later on tonight. Is, you know, things should fall into a certain pattern and they actually release more information like they're supposed to, or they usually do, I should say. So, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more gaming content like this. And we'll see you again on the next one. So until we meet again, take care. Goodbye. Bye.